Hey y'all, my apologies. My name is Miladies. I am your spirit shifter here, guiding you on a journey towards self awareness. And I don't know, this Mercury and Scorpio going into Sagittarius soon is giving me Mercury retrograde attitude because there has been a lot of technology concerns that's been going on. Nonetheless, we're here. And today we are going to be talking about career, work, and we're going to be discussing. Let me lotion myself up. We're going to be discussing career, work, how you feel about where you're at. Rich Rising, how do you feel about where you're at? We've been having some topics that have been quite eye opening and challenging at the same time, but nonetheless, it's allowing us to really dig into the stuff that we don't normally desire to look at. And because we're always in the space of wanting to be grateful for what we have, right? But that also talks about recognizing those thoughts and feelings that interfere with being grateful. I love y'all. Rich Rising. Um, Somebody said the other day, rich people rising. We're gonna start using that. I'm gonna ask my friend if I could take that. Rich people rising. And so today we're going to talk about career, job, whatever that may be for you, and how you're feeling at this current time when it comes to where you're at, right? Does that include the money? Let's put the money to the side for a minute and let's work on how we feel on our activities that we're doing for the work or the job. For me, one of the things that I learned is manifesting the gigs and jobs that I want. That could be because of my mother being the ultimate. I don't know if it was all Cubans or just all immigrants or people that came from another country. When they come to the United States, they get this hustle mentality. And so the children have to hustle with them as well, right? Because we're their business partners. Like some of us didn't really have childhood where we was playing with dolls. We was selling socks. Now that was me though. But so my mother always was a hustler, and she was always looking for the next bucks and things like that. So with that being said, those are traits that I took as well, which then put me in the space of saying when I'm gonna be working for someone or somebody, I want to high bucks, right? So I didn't work in a lot of fast food restaurants. I worked a lot in uh, with doing tutoring, doing after school work. Like you guys heard me, I was a social worker. So I had a lot of gigs that were in the good paying space. But that also talked about me recognizing that I manifested those things. And even if I felt like I didn't have the qualities, I make believe that I did until I learned the qualities. So I want to ask you to dig into those things. Where you're at right now, are you happy? And if you're not, let's write those things down. What makes you unhappy about the space that you're in when it comes to the work that you're doing? Because then we're going to bring in the good part, right? The translator of the family. You see that? Hey, 1114. She didn't want me to work at all. She didn't want me to be seen or have the money to leave. Wow. So this is where we're at. Let's see what comes up for us. Whether you, like I always said, you have the freedom to write it in sentences or what you dislike on the work that you do right now. Be that the people that you work for, you know what I mean? So that maybe the people that we work for remind us of our parents or something like that. That's why maybe they trigger us. So there's just different things that may come up for you. So let's take 5 minutes, right? 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven. Let's take 5 minutes to write down how we feel about the work that we do. Even if you're an entrepreneur. All right. So, what came up for you? You don't have to share. Oh, some people. You don't have to share, but for the most part, what came up for you? Was it about the actual work that you do? Was it actually about the environment? Was it about your skills? These are the things that you want to look into. What did you actually put onto the paper? I'm gonna share as an independent contractor because I've been an independent contractor since 2012, while still holding full-time jobs and part-time jobs. Listen, the way I was raised, I have 8 different streams of income, and I learned that from the rich people. Right, when you on YouTube and you like, how do rich people live? Like, what are they doing? Oh, Gabby, you're not working at the moment. I'm a stay-at-home mom, and it's because I work. Girl, you gotta get on TikTok. Stop playing with me. Stay at home mom. Everything is. I was sharing that with my sister yesterday, right? There's so many different things that we just scroll through TikTok, and we was looking at the amount of people that was watching the people doing whatever it was that they were doing, and we see a range of things. This one lady, I promise you, she had 7,000 viewers in the moment. She was using a teddy bear, uh, um, like a gummy teddy bear, and the teddy bear. All right, y'all. This was she's making money, so I'm just sharing this. I don't care. It's not a pretty thing that I'm gonna say. So the teddy bear had like pimples, right? This is what people was watching. 7,000 people, and she was talking, and so she was funny, right? So it's your characteristic, and then she was like, oh my God, I'm gonna pop the pimple. I'm gonna pop the pimple, and 7,000 people were watching, including me. I was one of them because I was like, what the fuck? Not coming at her, just thinking about how you can be fucking baking a cake and just going live and people's just paying for to see your hands and you baking a cake. So the way of us producing money at this current time has heightened it up. And this is what I was talking about. This is like that Uranus and Taurus. And I know I'm getting into astrology, but pretty much at the current moment that we're in, when we get out our own ways, we can make money for the most simplest things. It just talks about how much do you believe in yourself, you know? So even as a mom, I told my sister, should God source universe decide to allow me to birth, you know, I'm okay with all of the, taking care of the community. Nonetheless, a mom has so much avenues of income is bananas. You understand? Because there's so much that you guys endure. There's so much that you guys have learned on your own how to. make shit happen, you can use that advice to help somebody else make shit happen, especially if you have special needs kids. A lot of other people are hiding because they are afraid to ask for help in this area because they don't want to seem like they don't know what they're doing. You understand? So really, this is why we're doing this exercise, so that we can get out our own way and figure out what we truly have inside that's genuine, that can actually provide us a small source of income until we feel confident. And that's in any area of your life. If you ever been through abuse, you can write a book. Stop playing with me. Soon I'll find fun remote jobs. Yes, you will. And they out there. My boss loves gaslighting my coworkers. I'm sorry. They give her all these responsibilities and don't appreciate her at all, and it triggers me. So, with that being said, is obviously you can see, right? This is turning into but anyways, because I dealt with bosses like that, so the main important thing for you is to protect yourself, because at the end of the day, your coworkers are the ones that are afraid. So there's some of us that are afraid of authority and some of us that are not, because it's like, chill, you wildin'. So the best thing for you to do, I would say, is to really allow your coworkers to stand up for themselves, because if it's a bunch of them, your boss, that's what she the boss, right? Some of these bosses be lit. I'm not gonna front, because you just be like, how did you? I ain't doing that shit. You need to learn how to do that and now. Yes. And a lot of times it's really more of, you can use your voice. Like I said, there's so many ways. Scroll through TikTok. Scroll through TikTok. When y'all scrolling on social media at this current time, because we're talking about career, focus on scrolling on things that you desire in your life. So start typing those things in, because the algorithm is very good at bringing you things that you enjoy. So start typing things that you enjoy. How to be an entrepreneur, how to have a side hustle. A side hustle is that something on the side that you're not gonna nonetheless shift your whole life for, but you're going to make some space to see what it do. Right? Listen, because I've done, when I feel like I'm in need, right? Because there's times where I feel like, oh my God, I need to pay a bill or something. I promote myself as a hair braider. I know how to braid hair. I braid my own hair all the time. I know how to braid. I've been braiding since I was young. Do I want to sit out there now, braid everybody's hair for every day, 3 times a week, and now I'm exhausted standing on my feet? Nah. But a quick $80 to twist some locks, I got you. Because at the end of the day, the doing your hair is quite luxurious at this current time. I say luxurious instead of expensive, right? That's the way I put it, because nothing is expensive. So the way the hair is luxurious at this time, people are looking for the best deal, right? So if I say, hey, I'll wash and twist your hair for $80, I'm getting a couple of people. You see what I mean? Write down your skills. All right, so let's get into our positive side of the event, and we 5 minutes. We're gonna write how we would feel when we are doing the things that we love. Think about the feeling. Even if it's in the same location. All right. Y'all be feeling like y'all words be faster than y'all. That's why I'm not gonna find. I write every day. I write, but my hands be hurt, and I don't know what I got. Carpal tunnel, arthritis. Not let me stop. But it's just that your brain at times go faster than your writing skills. Um, the way I approach this is, I ended up writing, like I said, how I would feel doing the things that I do. And one of the things as an independent contractor, people don't be respecting your time, right? That's what I've experienced. You are not going to experience the same thing. That's just the path that I had to experience. And most times, people, oh, you do fitness, you do wellness, you do tarot readings, you do different things. They book you, then they don't respect your time, or they invite you to an event and then things are not as organized as you would think it would be. And so those are the things that I've experienced. So, and I've just learned to call in more organized events, because it does put you in a space of feeling like your services are not being respected. That's not the actual truth. When somebody's organizing something and they have so much stress on themselves that they're doing their best to make sure they can accommodate a lot of people. So I've learned that the hard way, because I've been in those spaces where I've called in my sister. My sister is definitely my counselor. She also likes to hear gossip. So I'd be like, you don't even know what they did. I got there. They didn't even have mats for the people. I had to use chairs. The main important thing is that you still show up and you still work around whatever it is that you have been provided with. You can talk about it and vent, but for the most part, it's the experience that I look at. So when you're looking at the job that you're in, the career that you're in, or if you don't have anything at this current time, think about the experience. What are the lessons out of it? What skills did you pick up? Shit, because of my last job, I've been able to hone down on knowing how to do a lot of computer skills. Like I've been in computer. I didn't. Most people have a gap between working with computers. My entire life, I've been working with computers. It's part of my natal chart. So, this was good. I honestly hate the different rules for different people. I love your hustle, the kids. Those Right. So Tracy's saying that a lot of the kids nowadays they don't have these skills because the current parents of the generations that's coming up made it easy because we knew how we saw our parents struggle. I agree with that. But let me tell y'all something. Get an 18-year-old on my team. Y'all see how hard I hit my chest? Get an 18-year-old. Right now, a lot of my clients, they 25 and under. A lot of my clients are 25 and under. Even the other day when I was working um, at Bronx, which I had a 24-year-old come to me. These kids now, and these 24, they making bread. I'm so proud of them. So I understand where you're coming from, Tracy, but I also see how it also had them not feel like they need to struggle and they can use that energy to make more money. You understand what I'm trying to say? So I'll get me an 18-year-old, 19-year-old, bring me your kids. I promise you, dear universe, God source universe, I'm creating space for the children. Because baby, if it's one thing that we could do for ourselves as older people is elevate these children as much as we can. I disconnected from the thoughts of working for the man and changed to working under God's grace. It changed the energy in my job. Every job I've had was a stepping stone to prepare me for my purpose. Ooh, yeah. Spreadsheets. Listen, one of the things that I will say is we're learning to define what we desire in our lives and what we can see has been blocking us. So for tomorrow, we're definitely going into finances. I was going to do finances today, but I was just like, let's get to the career first, right? because then the finances come in. Because finances is something that, to be honest with you, you just connect yourself as having money as your buddy. You and money's going places. So the finances, we're gonna get into that tomorrow. But today was about the career. Allow yourself to let this sink in. Uh, don't doubt any skills that you have to bring in abundance. Because that one skill that you doubt in is that skill that can make you wealthy. All right. And the most important thing, have a supportive group system, not your family. Stop telling your ideas to people that don't even know where they at. So now that you got an idea to get yourself where you want to be or where you desire to be, they don't want you to leave them because that trauma bonding energy is no longer there. All right? I'm off this because then, oh, what's up? What's up? Hey. All right. Hold on. All right. Come on, my ladies. Boom. Boom. Yes, they are making money in ways we never could have thought of. I'm learning from my list. You better. Chacha, nobody got time nowadays for certain stuff, and they do. Um, all right, your skills and your talents are your power. Use them to bring happiness and freedom into your world. Remember, the real thing we chasing in life is freedom and happiness, love, compassion. Everything else allows us to get to that space. Free yourself. All right.